Thank you for joining us. And we will begin with two presentations. Councilmember O'Connell and Councilmember Druffel. Which one will go first? Councilmember O'Connell. And the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is something that colleagues already acted on at the end of the year, and so we're running a little bit behind schedule in terms of the recognition, but it's momentous nonetheless, and we wanted to make sure to give Oasis Center their due, because I think this is something that deserves some public attention. So glad to have them up here for announcements and a presentation, but we're going to recognize the Oasis Center, Inc. upon the occasion of its 50th anniversary from Resolution 2019-126. Whereas Oasis Center Incorporated will recognize the 50th anniversary of its founding this year, and whereas in 1969, community volunteers supported by the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce established the Rap House, the organization that would become Oasis Center to support young people struggling with drug and alcohol abuse. And whereas thanks to a grant awarded by the U.S. Family and Youth Services Bureau's Basic Centers Program in 1975, the Oasis House was founded in partnership with the Rap House as a refuge for runaway and homeless youth. And whereas Oasis formed its first Youth Advisory Council in 1978, paving the way for youth voice and active leadership in the Nashville community, including the Nashville Youth Network, later established by Oasis House in 1984. And whereas in 1985, the Rap House and its partner agency, Oasis House, joined together and were incorporated as Oasis Center Incorporated. And whereas in partnership with the Junior League, Oasis Center Incorporated established its division of the Teen Outreach Program, TOP, an International Teen Outreach Program, ITOP, in 1992, which in 1993 was designated as a model dropout prevention program in Tennessee. And whereas in 1995, Oasis Center, as a progression of its Basic Center program, constructed a new emergency shelter to serve runaway and homeless youth. And whereas the U.S. Family and Youth Services Bureau awarded Oasis Center, Inc. a federal street outreach grant in 1998, which it continues to receive to this day, to support homeless, runaway, and street youth to help them find stable housing and services in Metro Nashville. And whereas in partnership with the Mayor's Office, Oasis Center facilitated the first of 6 Mayor's Youth Councils that works to increase youth civic engagement. And whereas Oasis Youth conducted research and released a report in 2006, College Access from the Inside Out, that led to Oasis College Connection, assisting thousands of first-generation college-bound students. And whereas in 2009, Oasis Center relocated its services to one central location, joining with 5 other youth-serving agencies to create the Youth Opportunity Center on Charlotte Avenue, for which they received the Center for Nonprofit Management's Innovation and Action Award. And whereas Oasis Center established dedicated services for youth with juvenile court contact through REAL, Reaching Excellence as Leaders, LGBTQ dedicated programs through Just Us, and increased transportation mobility through the Oasis Bike Workshop and MTA Youth Action Team. And whereas in 2016, Oasis Center established Nashville's first and only youth-dedicated permanent housing for youth ages 18 to 24 experiencing homelessness, and whereas Oasis Center, in collaboration with the Homeless Impact Division and 19 other community agencies, established Nashville's coordinated community plan to prevent and end youth homelessness. And whereas in 50 years, the organization has grown to over 80 full-time staff, operating 20 positive youth development programs, and engaging more than 3,500 youth annually in the areas of crisis to housing services, youth engagement and action, and college and career success. And whereas it is fitting and proper that the Metropolitan Council recognizes Oasis Center on this historic occasion of its 50th anniversary and commend its dedication to serving Nashville's youth, now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Metropolitan Government in Nashville and Davidson County that the Metro Council hereby goes on record as recognizing Oasis Center Incorporated on the occasion of its 50th anniversary. This resolution shall take effect from and after its adoption, the welfare of the Metropolitan Government in Nashville and Davidson County requiring it. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Tom Ward, the CEO of Oasis, to the mic.
It's incredibly humbling to be recognized by this council. What we like to think is that what we are is simply representative of the city that we live in, because if it was not for the benevolence of the city, the work that we've been able to do over 50 years would not have occurred. I'd like to introduce the 3 folks who came with me. Dr. Judy Freudenthal, I have to be careful with these words. Judy has been with the Oasis Center for 42 years and is our most seasoned performer. Adriana Carter is the director of the Mayor's Youth Council, which we are now on our 5th mayor. Very proud of that participation in bringing youth voice to leadership. And Havar Ahmed is a senior at Martin Luther King High School, and right now he has not decided on which of the 14 schools he's applied to he'll go. But we thank you very much for this recognition, Councilman O'Connor, and we appreciate the support of Metro government in the city of Nashville. Thank you.
All right.
We'll do that. We'll do the bump here. That's good. Yeah, there you go. It's something along 15 of those years. Yeah.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Connell. Our next presentation will be from Councilmember Druffel.
Good job, guys. You're next. Okay, I'm proud to recognize a resolution recognizing the 10th anniversary of Vanderbilt University's Next Step program. Whereas in 2008, the LDB Foundation, the Tennessee Council of Development Disabilities, the Vanderbilt Kennedy Center, Vanderbilt University, and the Tennessee Task Force on Post-Secondary Education for Students with Intellectual Disabilities all work together to support the creation of Tennessee's first inclusive higher education program. And whereas in January 2010, Next Steps at Vanderbilt and Vanderbilt University welcomed the first class of 6 students to begin their studies, including my son.
Whereas Next Steps at Vanderbilt now supports 34 students with intellectual disabilities to complete their 4-year college certificate program, and whereas Tennessee now has 6 inclusive higher education programs at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, the University of Tennessee Knoxville, the University of Memphis, Lipscomb University in Nashville, Union University in Jackson, and East Tennessee State University in Johnson City, and
whereas these programs mirror the life and expectations of university students with coursework, career exploration and development experiences, and extracurricular activities. And whereas these programs also provide a vast array of opportunities for university faculty, staff, and students to learn about supporting and including people with disabilities, and graduate and undergraduate students gain experience with lesson planning, employment supports, social skills training, and the building of inclusive communities. And
whereas program graduates at Next Steps at Vanderbilt enjoy more than 90% employment rate, and whereas it is fitting and proper that the Metropolitan Council recognize the 10th anniversary of Next Steps at Vanderbilt, providing inclusive higher education to students in Nashville.
Now therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County that the Metropolitan Council hereby goes on record as extending congratulations on Next Steps at Vanderbilt's 10th anniversary and Tennessee's 10th anniversary of inclusive higher education. Further, the Council goes on record as wishing Next Steps at Vanderbilt and similar programs throughout Tennessee continued expansion and success. Let me introduce you to 2 of the people that made this program pretty incredible, and the heroes of the program. Elise McMillan, she's director of the Kennedy Center, and Tammy Day, she is the one that's been managing this throughout all these years. So let me introduce Tammy. You want to speak? Thank you.
It is such an honor to be here and representing not only Vanderbilt and Next Steps, but also this initiative across our state and across the country. This is not only changing the lives of our students, but their families, but the other people on our campus, building inclusive community that really, truly does see the value of everyone. Thank you for this recognition.
Good. All right. A picture?
Yeah. Angle in just a little bit. There you go, so we can see it. Okay. Great. Perfect. Okay. All right, here we go.
Thank you, Councilmember Druffel. Now, if any council member has any announcements, please hit your button to be recognized. I will ask that you be brief if possible. We have a special presentation from the mayor, Chief Swan, Hands on Nashville, and others regarding the current state of tornado recovery efforts. So if you will hit your buttons. Councilmember Stiles.
Thank you. Given that we've had this tragedy this week, in the southeast, we're going to be having 2 cleanups, or rather I should say 2 drives on Saturday. One will be at Lakeshore Christian from 9 to 1. The second will be at Southeast Community Center, and we'll be collecting toiletries, blankets, cases of water, clothing, anything that anyone can think of. We'll be packing them into trucks, and then we're going to be driving them to various sites around the city. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Stiles. Councilmember Toombs.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tomorrow at Hull Jackson Montessori School, which is located at 1015 Kello Street, we will be continuing our food and supply drive from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will have hot food at 3 p.m., and that drive will continue on Saturday from noon to 5, as well as Sunday from 1 to 5. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Councilmember Toombs. Councilmember Van Rees.
Hello, 2 quick things. Just wanted to make sure that people knew that Coffee with NVR is coming up on Friday, the 13th of March. Happens to be my birthday, so you can come and celebrate.
Mine too.
We're going to be at Sip Cafe there on Gallatin Pike at 8:30 on Friday. Friday the 13th at Civic Cafe. I'm hesitating because I wanted to make sure I pulled this up correctly. The community budget meeting that was planned for last night has been officially moved. The community budget meeting for both East Nashville and Madison will now take place on Saturday, March the 14th at 3 p.m. at the Madison Police Precinct in neighboring District 9. Thank you, Ms. Hancock. Please join us. We'll have council members Toombs and Mendez conducting a very important conversation regarding the upcoming budget. Again, that's for all of East Nashville and Madison areas. If for any reason you were affected by the storms and unable to attend, please contact the Nashville Neighbor-to-Neighbor Neighborhood Resources. They have member organizations that are neighborhood associations that are going to try to send representatives from the area to make sure and feedback information and content. Of course, you can contact any of your council members throughout the East Nashville and Madison areas concerning that, but please put it on your calendar, Saturday the 14th, 3 p.m., Madison Police Precinct. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Councilmember Van Rees. Councilmember Hancock, all right to your neighbor.
Thank you. I would like to tell you about the 3 Madison community meetings we have coming up where we'll discuss ways that we can help our surrounding Nashvillians that have been affected by the tornado, as well as upcoming legislation regarding property rezoning and anything else that anyone would like to talk about, starting this Saturday, March 7th at the Madison Community Center from 8:30 to 10. Tuesday, March 10th at 10 Cup Coffee from 8:30 to 10, and Wednesday, March 11th from 6 to 7 at Yazoo Brewing Company. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Councilmember Hancock. Councilmember Suara.
Thank you. I want to let everyone know that on March 11, which is next week, Wednesday, we'll be having the Women's Day on the Hill. It's about 25 women organization, and in celebration of 100 years of advocacy of women's issue. We'll be going to the Capitol. Business will continue as usual, so we want everyone to come in. It will start at 7:30 at Waller Lanson, which is located at 511 Union. Breakfast is free, and everyone is welcome to come and advocate with us. I also know that we will be thanking everyone that helped with what happened in the last few days, and there's a lot of people to thank, so I'm not going to do that, but I wanted to take a point of privilege to recognize just one person that came out of Knoxville, Yasin Falafel, was able to do about 800 meals since Tuesday. I wanted to thank him for coming all the way since he's not local, and thanks to everyone else too that helped.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Suara. Councilmember O'Connell.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for the recognition. We just had District 19, like several other districts in the city, got hit especially hard during the tornado, so I just wanted to mention a few things related to the cleanup and relief efforts, as both are in full swing. We've had just an outpouring of support at places like Lee Chapel, the Northwest YMCA. We've had incredible team leads at both Cheatham Place and Andrew Jackson Courts, where we were fortunate to get electricity restored. I would encourage people to visit any Nashville.gov webpage. At the top, there is a banner that will take you straight into storm response information that is, if you experience any property damage, need resources, need shelter, it's a great overall master resource. I did also want to point out a couple things. The Equity Alliance is doing a couple of events this weekend. Don't Sell Out North. They're having a community cleanup and canvas on Sunday, March 8th. That is from 3 to 5 p.m. and will be based out of Lee Chapel AME Church. That's over at 1200 Dr. D.B. Todd Boulevard. And then they've also got homeowners meetings scheduled for Monday, March 9th. And those are at noon and 6 p.m. also at Lee Chapel at 1200 Dr. D.B. Todd Boulevard. That is basically, we've heard a lot of both fear and some actual accounts of people coming in to purchase property from distressed homeowners who suffered damage with the hope of redeveloping it. And I think there is a lot of interest in the community in fighting gentrification as a side effect of a natural disaster. So these two events are going to be important for that. Also today, as I'm sure you are aware, we heard of the first case of coronavirus diagnosed in Tennessee. I would encourage Nashvillians to visit health.nashville.gov. There is a link there with resources about coronavirus, and it will have all the information. It's got information for employers and businesses to help mitigate any potential effects, and it's going to be a great resource going forward. So thank you, Mr. President, for all that. And just keep an eye. Social media is a great resource during this period to find out where to direct resources in North Nashville in particular, which I've been most actively involved in. But do check out, again, Nashville.gov, at the top of every website. There is a storm response information alert that you can just drop right in and get all the latest information. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Connell. Councilmember Porterfield?
Thank you so very much, Chair. I wanted to announce, initially we had a District 29 community cleanup scheduled for this Saturday. We have rescheduled that to June 13th in order to alleviate those resources so that other parts of the city that were actually impacted by the tornadoes could get that support. So again, our community cleanup has been moved to June the 13th. We are encouraging all of our neighbors who are able to go out in Nashville and help clean up in other parts of the community. We will still have our monthly cleanups starting the third Saturday of every month, and that will start in April. We will meet in Compton's Foodland at 9 a.m. and go out and clean various parts of our district. I also wanted to take a brief moment to thank the owners of Compton's Foodland in District 29. They also own a grocery store, Hunters, in North Nashville, and they were able to secure a semi-truck full of food and supplies, and they were able to get that driven up from Alabama yesterday and delivered to Hull Jackson.
So thank you so very much to them for that generous donation to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Porterfield. Councilmember Druffel.
Yeah, we started a food drive at HG Hill starting Tuesday morning, and want to recognize Maggie Dix and that team. We have boatloads of food that we brought in and take it to the Churchwell area, which is a feeder into HG Middle. Very proud of them. Secondly, we are going to have a community meeting on March 23rd at 6:30, our partnership council, and go over some safety issues on the 23rd at HG Middle. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Druffel. Councilmember Sepulveda.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. I am having office hours on March 28th from 10 to noon at La Delicia Mexican Restaurant, and if anyone wants to come, they are also welcome to bring supplies that I will then take over to the affected districts.
Thank you, Councilmember Sepulveda. Councilmember Vercher.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Want to let all Antioch families know within the J.E. Moss Elementary School proximities, that's the Richards Road, Antioch Pike, Bowfield area, but it is open to all MMPS students. Anyone under 18 can eat free. Adults can eat free for $3.75 at J.E. Moss Elementary. That is 4701 Bowfield Drive, Antioch, Tennessee, 37013. And that is tomorrow from noon to 1:30. Again, it's open to all MMPS students. Anyone under 18 eats free, and adults can eat for $3.75. Also want to encourage our Southeast neighbors. We're going to stand strong with many of the neighbors that was impacted by the tornado, but many of us know that disaster has no boundaries. It has no district lines. So this Saturday, the Southeast delegation, along with Lakeshore Christian Church and our school board members, School Board Member Fran Bush, and School Board Member Frida Players-Peters, and statewide leaders also would be joining us at 9 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m., and that's at 5434 Bell Forge Lane East, and that is Antioch, Tennessee, Lakeshore Christian Church. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be sharing this information on the various Southeast and Antioch social media outlets as it relates to items that you can bring to help us to support all neighbors that's having to endure this disaster. Also want to encourage neighbors, again, disaster has no district boundaries. Encourage all neighbors and families to go to nashville.gov for the best information and the best information, most reliable information for Metro storm response. There's a whole gamut of information out there as it relates to the tornado resource information, NERV, damage assessment survey, also NES. You can see the outages map there also. And you can put in complaints and requests and concerns from Metro agencies on the hub also. That website also gives you valuable information as it relates to the coronavirus scam, and it provides information for shelters too. So just want to encourage neighbors to tell your friends and families that may have been impacted by the tornado to utilize nashville.gov, the Metro Storm Response for information. That's the most reliable, most accurate information as it relates to the collaboration of the city and all agencies. And Mr. Speaker, I would be remiss if I didn't thank my colleagues for joining for our first annual Southeast Town Hall, Districts 37, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and all the Southeast, I'm sorry? I said 13. That's what I started with. And all the Southeast neighbors, I'll say 13 again just in case. And all the Southeast neighbors, our commanders and police officers from both precincts, the Hermitage and South Precinct, Again, our school board members, Ms. Fran Bush, Ms. Frida Players-Peters, also our state rep, Representative Jason Potts, was also in attendance too. So just want to thank all the neighbors for continuing to be engaged and showing up for our community meetings. And that concludes my announcements, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Vercher. Councilmember Hauser?
Thank you. I just wanted to remind everyone that the budget show will be coming to Bellevue this Tuesday on March 10th at the Bellevue Library, and you will have an opportunity to learn about the budget process and be able to hear how that has been impacted by our comptroller's statement. So please put on your calendar this Tuesday, March 10th, 6 o'clock at the Bellevue Library. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hauser. Councilmember Rutherford.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just announcing District 31 office hours Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Pork Belly Cafe in Lenox Village. And those in attendance can bring relief items, which I'll be delivering to the Southeast Community Center as part of the relief drive there. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Rutherford. Councilmember Porterfield, coming back to you. Did I miss you on something?
Yes, my apologies. I did forget to share something. The Smith Springs Community Center is a 24-hour shelter. The Red Cross is taking donations to that shelter for anyone that was impacted. That is one of the shelter locations that is also accepting pets. So if you are interested in donating something up there, they are taking food, but only prepackaged food. The only meals that can be delivered there are meals from restaurants. Unfortunately, for health and safety reasons, they cannot accept meals that were cooked in your home, only those that were cooked at a restaurant or prepackaged and brought there. And also, I wanted to give a big congratulations to Dr. Glover and my alma mater, the Tennessee State University, for raising more than $1.7 million in the month of February in their campaign to raise $1 million in 1 month. They exceeded that and raised $1.7 million towards scholarships. And the Minority Caucus was able to donate $1,000 towards that goal. So we just want to congratulate TSU.
Thank you, Councilmember Porterfield. Councilmember Stiles?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just wanted to remind everyone that there are plenty of opportunities to volunteer this weekend to help out in the various districts. And if you go to Hands On Nashville, which is HON.org, there are some new activities that have been created for this weekend in the following districts. District 21, District 15, District 19, District 6, and I think that is all we have up so far. There are additional districts that are coming online once roads are cleared, and OEM has given the official okay to go in those streets. So I want to encourage everyone to sign up for one of those activities and help our neighbors. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Stiles. Councilmember Hurt.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to stand and thank everyone for coming out and supporting the Minority Caucus and your reception on last Monday, February 24th. It was a huge, huge success, and just wanted to thank everyone because it would not have been without them. And all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hurt. Councilmember O'Connell, you have one real quick?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Councilmember Stiles reminded me that there are a bunch of resources that are critically important for anybody who's, if you were a volunteer, not a victim, there are great opportunities to chip in. HON.org, Hands On Nashville is fantastic. We are also the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee has a special disaster relief fund that is at cfmt.org. And Community Resource Center of Nashville is coordinating donation of all kinds of supplies. You can learn more at crcnashville.org. And then the Convention and Visitors Corporation has got a whole page at visitmusiccity.com/Nashville Strong, all one word there. They are coordinating a whole list of resources for people to participate in terms of giving, but they also have things like a list of hotel deals for people that have been impacted by the tornado. So again, visitmusiccity.com/Nashville Strong. Just some wonderful resources for people who want to give and also for people who are in need.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Connell. Councilmember Swope.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I got 1 minute. Let's see if I can do this. On March 10th at 6 p.m. at Granbury Elementary, I'll be hosting a community meeting about the downzoning of multiple 192 properties in and around the Hillview Estates, and I beg everybody to show up, please. It's a good thing. But much more importantly, after the last 48 hours that we've all experienced, and by, I'm going to guess, next Friday, the majority of the city should be back up and running again. Everything should be being cleaned, and it will be a welcome break for everyone to come join us at the Music City Irish Festival. And as of 2 hours ago, the private concert that was scheduled for War Memorial Auditorium on Friday, March 13th, opening this event with 4 incredible acts directly from Dublin and/or Belfast, is now free. We're going to ask for donations at the door, and it all benefits Neris Music Cares Tornado Relief. The official festival itself is at Bicentennial Mall. It's Saturday the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. So if you don't get enough Irish music on Saturday and Sunday, join us on Monday and Tuesday as well. Hope to see everybody out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Swope. Real quick for my constituents in District 15, major cleanup effort on Saturday, March 7th, 7:30 a.m. at the Donaldson Fellowship. My neighbors in Donaldson Hills, Maple Crest, and Lincoln Hills, we are coming to help. So stay tuned. If you're available to help, please come Saturday morning. Thank you so much. With that, our announcement period concludes. Thank you.